I spent most of my 20s making every money mistake in the book. Like seriously, I had credit card debt that I was pretending didn't exist, zero in savings, and a closet full of clothes, Jordan Air Forces that were silently judging my bank account. And the worst part, I wasn't even having fun. It felt like I was constantly stressed, like I was playing financial catch up with people who have seemed to have figured it out already. If you ever felt like you're on a treadmill, running hard, but getting nowhere, this video is the conversation I wish someone had with me in my 20s. Because I'm telling you, it's not that you're lazy, it's not that you're bad with money, it's that nobody gave us the rules or the roadmap. So today I'm sharing 8 money lessons I wish I knew in my 20s. The mindset shifts and practical habits that took me from broke, clueless to building real sustainable wealth. And lesson number 1 is going to sound obvious, but it's the reason so many people earn more and stay broke. Your 20s are one of the most important decades for your money. The habits you build now, for better or worse, becomes the foundation for your entire financial life. But the problem is nobody teaches this. We get thrown into adult life with easy access to credit cards, student loans, pressure to look successful, and social media making it feel like everyone's richer than you. So I had to learn everything the hard way through a ton of trial and error. And my goal is to give you the blueprint I never had. So this way you can skip years of stress and start building a life with more freedom, more options, and way less money anxiety. All right, let's get into lesson 1. Most people think if I make more money, I'll be fine. That's what I believe too. In my early 20s, I was obsessed with getting a bigger salary. I genuinely believed that if I could just land the right next job or hit 6 figures, all my money problems would disappear. Then I got my first real job that paid more than I ever made, and guess what happened? I did what most people do. I upgraded my apartment, financed a nicer car, started buying better everything, and my spending rose to meet my income. This is lifestyle inflation. I was earning more, but I wasn't getting wealthier. My net worth stayed flat, or worse, went negative. Then I chased a big promotion. It came with a pay bump, but also 60, 70-hour work weeks. And a few months in, I realized something that hit me hard. I had more money, but zero time or energy to enjoy it. So here's the real lesson. Your income isn't powerful because of what you can buy with it. Your income's powerful because of what you can build with it. Its real purpose is to buy assets and create options, and eventually buy back your time. The next time you get a raise, don't upgrade your life immediately. Make a plan. Send 50% of that raise straight into debt payoff, emergency funds, investing, retirement accounts, and that's how you turn a raise into rocket fuel instead of golden handcuffs. Ask yourself this: what would change in your life if every raise made you freer instead of everything just getting more expensive? In my 20s, I thought I needed to make 200,000, 300,000 to feel secure. And maybe you felt that too, because social media will convince you that if you're not traveling constantly, driving something luxury, and living in a perfect house, then you're behind. But my goals were completely disconnected from my real life. I was chasing a number without ever asking what my dream life would actually cost. Then one night I was burnt out, working late, and I started daydreaming. If I didn't have to work this hard, what would I do? So I did an exercise that changed everything for me. I opened a notebook and I started pricing out my version of a rich life, not the Instagram version. My version: comfortable housing in a place that I like, 2 solid trips a year, weekend getaways, eating out sometimes, new clothes sometimes, hobbies, gifts, savings, investing. Then I added it all up, and the number shocked me because it wasn't millions, it wasn't even close. For me, it came down to having $7,000 to $8,000 a month to live comfortably. Dream life costing. Do this today. List your ideal monthly cost by category, add savings plus investings, convert it into yearly income target. This turns money anxiety into clarity, because once you know your number, you stop chasing random goals and start chasing a real plan. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button. It does a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And as well, consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. And for you doing that, here's a super cute picture of my dog, Angel. In my early 20s, I thought the only way to make more money was to work more hours. That's the employee trap. Overtime, second job, side hustle nights, weekends gone. I did it too. I worked full time and took side hustles on nights and weekends. My income went up, but my quality of life fell off a cliff. I was exhausted, my social life vanished, and I realized something scary. Even though I was making decent money, I had no freedom. Because if I stopped working, the money stopped coming in. That's the difference between income and wealth. Wealth is when your money works, even if you're not working. So I started small. I first started off with drop shipping, where I was able to leverage my time as it didn't require much work for me to fulfill and make money. Then I ventured into digital marketing, which made me a little more money and I was able to leverage my time even more. And then eventually I got into real estate sales. None of them took off besides my real estate sales. I did well in the first two ventures, but not as good as my real estate sales. But it made me realize one thing, and that is I can make more money without requiring as much time. I eventually ventured into real estate investing, which was always a vision for me, and now I also invest in index funds. Instead of asking, how can I work more? Start asking, how can I build an asset or make more money while working less hours? Because wealthy people don't just have high income, they have income that isn't chained to their time. Start building one stream that's not hourly, investing monthly, even $50, $100, learning a high value skill, creating something once and selling it repeatedly. Rental property, if that's your path. Time is your advantage in your 20s. Compounding rewards early starters. A mistake that I made is not starting early enough, especially my entrepreneur journey, because it would have helped me understand delayed gratification much better if I had started earlier. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone, but it's better to find out earlier when there's less risks than later. Starting the entrepreneur journey would have helped me understand better that sometimes the highest earning potentials lie in businesses that won't pay you today, but will pay you a lot more later. For example, in real estate, I made calls every day knowing that the call that I made today wouldn't earn me a closing or paycheck until 3+ months down the road, and sometimes even years down the road, because not everyone's ready to buy and sell. It's the same in real estate investing and as well other high earning businesses. It's just called a business pipeline. Most of the time I'm working for free, not really, but it helps separate time and money. We live in an era of instant gratification. You see overnight success everywhere. Crypto flips, drop shipping, I made 50K this month, rented cars, highlight reels, and it creates this toxic belief that wealth should happen fast. I fell for it too. I remember investing slowly and feeling like nothing was happening. Then I saw people online bragging about insane gains and the FOMO got me. So I chased a shortcut and I learned the hard way. Shortcuts usually have cliffs. Real wealth is built by boring consistency. Investing monthly, building skills, building assets, playing the long game. The unsexy truth is also the most powerful. The longer your timeline, the easier the game becomes. This ties back to the delayed gratification I just mentioned in the previous lesson. I was able to become really successful in real estate because I was able to handle the boring, consistent task every day without getting paid while others were not. Automate your plan, then stop obsessing. Invest automatically, review monthly or quarterly, ignore the daily noise, and unsubscribe from get rich quick, or stop following people that are doing that stuff. Patience isn't passive. Patience is a strategy. Yes, budgeting matters, but there's a limit to cutting. I did the extreme frugal phase too. Tracked every penny, stressed over $5, skipped fun, felt miserable, and here's the flaw. If your income is low, you can't budget your way into health. You can only cut so much. I remember turning down a weekend trip with friends because it was $200. I told myself I was being responsible, but later realized I was playing defense with my life. Then I flipped the question from what can I cut to how can I earn more? That changed everything because income growth has no ceiling. Certifications, promotions, job hops, businesses, side income, investing, 85-15 rule. Spend 15% of your energy on spending control, 85% on income growth. Raise the ceiling. Don't just let lifestyle inflation steal the progress, because you want to have some fun in life as well. Most people check money once a month when the bills hit. That's like checking your weight after you've already eaten junk food for 30 days. The mid-month check-in changed my finances because it gave me a chance to course correct. Example, groceries. I'd budget $400, but then spend $600 every month. But when I checked on the 15th and saw I had already spent $350, I could adjust my pantry meals, fewer impulse buys, leftovers, no just grabbing something and end up grabbing a bunch of random things with it. Set a recurring 10-minute calendar event on the 15th, review accounts, check categories, adjust for the next 2 weeks, and this kills end of month panic. Most people save what's left over. That doesn't work because there's never anything left over. Pay yourself first means saving happens first, investing happens first, spending happens last. The magic is automation. Once I set an auto transfer, saving stopped being a decision. It became a system because it was automatically happening. Practical takeaway, set auto transfer the day after payday. Start with 10% if possible. Even $25 counts. Consistency is the winner. Wealth isn't built by motivation. Wealth is built by systems. In my 20s, I wanted to look successful, and that's where people get trapped. Looking rich is expensive. Being wealthy is quiet. I once bought something I really couldn't afford on a credit card, and for a day I felt like a boss. Then anxiety hit. Every time I saw that item, I didn't feel successful. I felt pressure. So I adopted a rule. If I can't buy it twice in cash, I can't buy it once. Because it protects your emergency fund, your stability, your future investing, your peace of mind. Set your big purchase threshold, example $300+ before buying, and ask, can I buy this twice without touching my emergency fund or going into debt? If not, not yet. Don't buy it. Look, your 20s are for learning. You're going to make mistakes. I made all of them. The key is learning faster than the mistake cost you. And you have the most valuable advantage on your side, time. The habits you build today can compound for decades. Drop a comment down below which lesson hit you the hardest, or what's the best money lesson you've learned so far. Drop it in the comment because your answer might be exactly what someone else needs to read today.